Hi, welcome to the Nursing Dose with your host, Dr. Farah Lorette. Today, I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite things, nurses making business moves. That's right. If you haven't heard about it, I'm hosting a business conference specifically for nurses and entrepreneurs who want to start or grow their business. All right. Earlier today, I went live with one of the speakers, but I'm going to be trying to go live at least a couple times a week with different speakers who will be at the conference. And of course, me alone talking about the conference, why I started this space specifically for nurses interested in business, interested to start or grow their business. For those who don't know me, I've been featured in multiple podcast media such as Black Enterprise, The Jennifer Hudson Show, and most recently in Rollout Magazine. All right. So, like I said, I am big about nurses building their brand and building their visibility so that they can attract opportunities. What's up, Christine? So I wanted to come on and talk about why I created this space, Nurses Making Business Moves. So let's start with that. I started my career in Canada as an emergency nurse and then quickly made my way to the US as a travel nurse, had multiple education and leadership roles. But I always found that advocacy really, I guess you could say, stopped me from elevating my career, not having a personal brand really made it difficult for me to advance in my nursing career. And of course, there is a lot of red tape and bureaucracy. And in order to make an impact, especially with the new graduate nurses that I wanted to help inspire and help get into the right specialty areas, because I struggled with that as a new nurse, but I started out in the ER, right? So I built my own business as a nurse career coach because I looked at the market. I was like, there's nothing really like this out there. And I didn't have a nurse career coach myself when I was in nursing school. So I decided to create it for new graduate nurses. So until, today, I'm actually helping new nurses make six figures, get into specialty areas like the ICU, the ED, NICU, labor and delivery, psych, community health, whatever it is, but helping nurses get to where they want to be. So that's one of my big passions. The other passion that came out of this was helping aspiring nurse entrepreneurs like yourself and novice entrepreneurs really grow their business and be visible, build their brand. So I looked at, really what was out there, and I didn't really see anything that I liked in most of the conferences that are out there. I wanted to create a space specifically for nurses who are interested in business, interested in building a brand, and normalizing nurses making money moves and nurses making business moves, right? So then I came up with this conference, Nurses Making Business Moves. The first conference was called Nurses Making Money Moves, and that was just this March in Tampa, Florida. I put it on in less than 3 months. I had over 20 different states represented from the attendees. People came all the way from Canada. Why? Because I created this movement of nurses who are interested in business and interested to grow their businesses, right? And it's not just nurses who are in attendance, it's other experts in marketing, sales, all things business. So that's what I created. And if you are interested to learn more, go to nursesmakingbusinessmoves.com. You can get your tickets there. And you can also see some photos from the last conference and get a little more of an idea of what the conference is all about. There are attendees coming all the way from Australia and the UK, Canada, and of course, like I mentioned, many different states. Okay. So who is this conference for? This conference is for any nurse at any level. You could be an LPN, you could be a nursing student, a new graduate nurse, a nursing leader, a nurse educator. Any level of nursing can attend this business conference. Okay. And what will you get out of this conference? One of the biggest things is really a transformation in the way that you think. Your mindset and perspective will change about how you see yourself as a nurse, how you see yourself as a brand, and as a business. Okay. And the way that you start moving in your career, in your business, in your life will be completely different. You will be surrounded with powerhouse nurses who are changing the game in healthcare and beyond the bedside, right? Nurses that have built their business to $1 million revenues, right? And over multiple six figures. Still working at the bedside, or some still just wanting to be full-time entrepreneurs. There is something for everyone at this conference. And most importantly, you will be in the room surrounded with these powerhouse nurses and other entrepreneurs that are outside of the nursing industry so that you can expand your mind, elevate your brand, and learn how to make those money and business moves, right? So networking is going to be massive. The last conference, I had so many people partner up, collaborate, become each other's clients, go on each other's podcasts and things like that, right? So Christine, I know she's definitely going to come if she's still watching. And it's not just nurses in Tampa, right? Yes, it's being held in Tampa, this second conference, but I'm taking this conference literally across the US and potentially in Canada in the future. But this second conference will be in Tampa, March 6th and 7th. The reason it's in March is because I'm a big advocate for women, and March is obviously Women's Month, and it's on International Women's Day. So that weekend, right? Because I really believe in empowering women, nurses, start businesses so that they can build wealth and have that financial freedom to create better communities and to really be able to implement the agendas that they are really passionate about so that they can create better families, better communities, and make that bigger impact globally. Okay. So this is why I'm so excited about this movement, the Nurses Making Business Moves movement. Like I said, if you want to get your tickets, if you haven't gotten your tickets, this is for everybody watching on TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. Go to nursesmakingbusinessmoves.com. If you are on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram, I believe the links are in the bio. So you can definitely check that out. For those that are on TikTok, just go to nursesmakingbusinessmoves.com and you can get your tickets there. Okay. What do you expect to get out of the conference? Like I said, the first day will be a networking day, March 6th, which is the Friday. It's going to happen at the University of Tampa in their entrepreneurship building. So we'll have 4 hours of networking from about 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. There'll also be exhibitors. If you're interested in having a table, definitely reach out to me. I do have a couple tables left if you want to have a table so that you can get your brand, your business in front of nurses and other entrepreneurs, right? And if you would like to sponsor the conference, there are different sponsorship packages. So definitely reach out to me. You could just send me a direct message if you're interested to sponsor the conference. And again, you will be sponsoring nurses and other entrepreneurs to really learn about financial freedom, financial literacy, business basics, marketing, sales, all the different things. Okay. And in one of my bigger packages, I do also have an opportunity for a sponsor to speak. So if you would like to speak on a specific topic, I believe there are 2 packages that allow for some stage time if you want to get in front of these nurses, nurse entrepreneurs, and business owners. So, like I said, that first Friday will be all about networking. I'm gonna have a DJ Riri, coming all the way from Miami. She's a celebrity DJ. She was the DJ last time in March, and it was a phenomenal time. Obviously, brought the vibes. I'm all about having a good time. So, this conference is not only educational, it's all about networking, having a good time, no gatekeeping, and really creating those connections and relationships, right? So until, like I said, till this day, people are still connecting, going on each other's podcasts, making business deals, and becoming each other's clients. All right. So to really wrap it up, because I'm just going to stay on for a few minutes. If you guys have any questions about the conference, drop them in the chat. Even if you're watching the replay and you're like, hey, I want to learn more about this conference, where do I go? Go to nursesmakingbusinessmoves.com. Like I said, if you're watching on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook, if you just go to the links, you should be able to have the link there. So you could just click on it and be able to go and purchase your ticket. The other exciting thing about this conference this time is I have a pitch competition. So you can actually enter to win $5,000 for your business. Who is eligible? You don't have to necessarily have a business. You can have a business idea, but you have to enter to win. So how do you enter? You got to go to nursesmakingbusinessmoves.com, submit a 90-second video explaining your business idea or your current business, how it makes an impact, what making business moves means to you, and what this winning this 5K would mean for you, your business, and the impact that you're trying to make. All right. I've already had submissions come through, but to be eligible, you have to have proof of purchase of the conference ticket. And one of the criteria is that you either have to be a new business owner or a business of 5 years or less. Okay. Because I don't want any veterans in the game coming through and just like crushing, right? So we want to make sure it's a fair playing game for everybody. But you get the opportunity to win 5K for your business, which is huge, right? So the winners will be announced. Well, the finalists will be announced in January. And then from those finalists, they'll come live in Tampa at the conference. And on that Saturday, we'll have a live pitch competition with actual judges. And then the winner of that will win the $5,000 for your business. Okay. So like I said, get your tickets, because when they sell out, and that's it. Nursesmakingbusinessmoves.com is where you'll have all the information. All the speakers that'll be speaking can also be found there on that website. I have speakers that are nurses and non-nurses. I'll be specifically talking about how to build a personal brand. And then there'll be speakers speaking about topics on marketing, social media content creation, and just how they've grown their business really from nothing all the way up to 100, 6 figures and beyond to the $1 million mark. All right. So, like I said, this is for any nurse, and really is not, you don't have to be a nurse to attend. If you want to come support, or if you want to just come learn more about business, all these topics are relatable to anybody. So you don't have to be a nurse to attend. You could be a business student, a marketing student, anybody that's just business minded, interested in business topics. This conference is for you. And where is it going to happen? In Tampa, at the University of Tampa Entrepreneurship Building, March 6th and 7th. And this is the last time that it'll be in Tampa. Anyways, from what I'm thinking, right? Because the 2027, I'm going to have it in a different city. So even if you're watching from internationally, from another country, like I said, all are welcome. People have gotten tickets in the UK. The keynote speaker is coming from the UK. Veronica Safoa Owusu, which I'm going to have on actually December 4th. So look out for that live. She's a keynote speaker. She is one of my former business coaches. So she is going to bring the fire, and she is amazing. So I can't wait for you to hear more on that this December 4th. Also, on December 4th, I'm also having a webinar for new nurses. So just side note, any new nurse that's watching this that's struggling to get a position, struggling to get interviews, I have a free webinar coming up December 4th, Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern. You can sign up on TikTok. The link is in my bio, or just shoot me a message and I'll send you the link to sign up for that free webinar for any senior nursing student or new graduate nurse looking to get hired faster. Okay. So back to the conference. What else did I want to say about it? So yes, it's happening in Tampa. Once tickets sell out, that's it. There is still opportunity to sponsor, still opportunity to get tables, only a couple tables left if you want to get in front of these nurses to, share whatever it is. Maybe you have a book, something to sell, a product, whatever. You can get a table. You'll also get your table for both days, Friday and Saturday. There will be food, beverages, music. It's going to be a whole vibe, a whole experience. Okay. If anybody knows me and the events that I put on from, dinner parties to mini masterminds or these conferences, you're going to have some fun and it's going to be straight experience, vibes. It's going to be great. Okay. And of course, great networking, because only the good people come. So go get your tickets, nursesmakingbusinessmoves.com. You'll see more of me throughout the week and the upcoming weeks talking about the conference, giving you updates. And that is basically it. So that's it for me. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the chat, tag a friend, bring a friend, repost this. I see the gritty nurse. You better come to the conference, girl. I got my eye on you. And invite me on your podcast, please, because I want to talk about the conference and get some more Canadians coming through. All right, Amy and Christine, I can't wait to meet you in person as well. Super excited to meet everybody. That's it for me. Nurse entrepreneurship is really a special thing right now for me. I really want to empower nurses to understand that there are so many different avenues beyond the bedside and that you can make multiple streams of income. You can make money and make an impact. You don't have to decide. You could do both, right? So super exciting times ahead. Please come to the conference. I would love to meet you in person and hang out with all the powerhouse speakers. Nurses Making Business Moves 2026. Go to the website, nursesmakingbusinessmoves.com. I'll drop it in the link. Go get your ticket. I'll see you in Tampa.